Good morning, traders. Welcome to the Futures for the Win channel. We're about to get started in the live stream in just a couple of minutes. Gotta get my coffee ready real quick, y'all. Real quick. Good morning, Nas. Good morning.
Every month, this Airbnb pays me in semi-passive income. Now, here's the thing. I don't own it. And
Good morning, Manny. What's going on, man? How you doing? Yes, sir. We're about to do just that in a minute. We're gonna get started now. Setting up the charts. Uh, let's get going. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take away all my indicators and all my lines. I'm basically gonna clean out the chart, so it's just the candlesticks by themselves. There we go. That pretty much takes care of all the indicators, and then I'm gonna just go ahead and remove all the drawings. All right, next we're gonna go on the hourly chart, and we're gonna mark our nearest support and resistance zones. Let me make this a little bigger so we can see better. And we can make this a little bigger by clicking here. Nice, 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 nice. All right, so that's my hourly support. I don't have resistance near here, so no resistance here, no resistance here, none here. We have resistance here, so I'm gonna mark that one. Very high one right, and I'll mark this one right here at the highest as well. So here and here. And just in case, I'll mark this very high one at the top here as well. All right, so next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to mark this resistance here as potential support. And so this might be a key level, so I'll mark it orange. So that's support, green is support, red is resistance. I like to do orange as a key level, which means it could be support or resistance. And now I want to see if we have any trend lines. So trend lines are support and resistance that are coming at an angle diagonally. That's what a trend line pretty much is. It's still support and resistance. So that still has the same function. It's an area where price can reach and reverse at or bounce off, right? Price can come back down to support, bounce off of it, go back up to resistance. All right, so I'm not gonna mark that one because we already broke that area of resistance. So we're just gonna leave it like this. And let's go down to the 15 real quick. Just want to try to clean this up a bit. That actually looks pretty good. Yeah, that actually looks pretty good. So we can just leave that like that. So you'll notice that market closed here yesterday afternoon, and now price is up here. So this entire zone here is gonna be a gap on the Qs. It's gonna be a gap in the market. As you can see here on the Qs, where it says pre-market, that's the pre-market price right now. This is what price is currently. This is what price closed. So this is creating a gap that could potentially fill we could fill this gap today. So that's what I'm showing you here. Right? So price from here, we closed here yesterday. This is where we closed yesterday at this dotted line, and this is what price currently is. So whenever it hit 930 right just now, so we have this huge gap to the downside. So yeah, price is very bullish, but this can very likely turn around and come down and try to fill this gap before we go move higher. Now that we have our lines and everything set up, let's throw on our EMAs and our trend lines and all that. So let's hit this icon right here at the bottom. Bam. I have all my indicators on.
Meet Asana, a work management platform that helps companies get more done and save more time. Teams can stay connected while they track updates and visualize timelines. Asana, a smarter way to work. Try it for free today at asana.com.
All right, so market open. I'm just waiting now to see what the market wants to do here. We're seeing that the market is attempting to go higher. I'm thinking we're either gonna go up or down. If we go up here, I'm gonna look for some kind of rejection at the highs. But to get back up there, I'm gonna just wait a little bit more so I can get a better idea of what price is wanting to do. We'll go down to the 5-minute time frame and scope everything out from there. Yeah, I got you. This could just be going straight up. I'm just gonna be patient and let this slide. The market tends to be very volatile the first about 10 to 15 minutes. So I'm just waiting, letting this slide, no rush. I'm practically just gonna do the same thing here on the QQQs as I did on the NQ. Just quickly mark support resistance. Now that I'm getting a look at here at the QQQs, I'm seeing that this actually has the potential to make a pretty big move down, because we not only do we have a gap here from last night to today, but we also have a gap here from probably last week. So we should have a pretty big move today. Just gotta wait for it. Be patient, guys. Don't get into dumb trades, and yeah, we'll wait for it. We'll wait for it. It's gonna be a good one. All right, Nicole, welcome to the stream. Yeah, you're gonna learn a lot here. The best thing that you can you do is take notes on how we kind of prepare ourselves for the trading day. As you saw me mark support and resistance, trend lines. Just trying to find any kind of clue that could help me with the direction of where price wants to go. Because if we know where price wants to go before it makes the move, then it makes it easy for us to make a couple dollars if we can capture it on time. So here we got a pretty good I want to call this a liquidity sweep, because we attempted to break higher and then immediately and drastically rejected off of that. So it's now kind of looking like it wants to maybe come down, pull back, and then come down further. Oh, you saw that? This is why we wait. This is why we wait. It's also 9:38. Let's see if we have any news going on today. We got PMI composite flash at 9:45. We got new home sales at 10 a.m. This I'm not too worried about, but these could move the market. So we got to be careful trading around those times. Other than that, good there. So it looks like with price is trying to take out these highs right here, this high right here. Just because it's moving fast does not mean we need to jump on any trades, guys. Don't worry, we're gonna make money if we're just patient. Market does this on a regular basis in the morning. It goes crazy. Just let it do its thing. Don't have to rush and jump into a call. Just sit tight, wait patiently for your setup. Yeah, this looks like it definitely wants to rip. Um, but I'm not. I'm definitely not jumping into this. I really don't know what's going on. And whenever I have that gut feeling like market's moving, but what is going on? You know, why is it just pushing up like that? I'm not just gonna take a gamble, take a guess. I'd rather just wait for things to calm down, things to relax, and then put my money where I know it's safe. This is majority of the game, guys. We just sit here, wait. Feel free to ask any questions. Um, and I'll try to answer it to the best of my ability. But most of it's just waiting for the opportunity to see the market give us a play, and also mark it down on the chart as quickly as I can, so then we can all see it. Whatever is obvious, whatever I see that is important, I'm gonna talk about it and I'm gonna mark it down. And most things that I'm avoiding is because it's pretty much not important, or very, very little interest in it. So right now, yeah, we'll just wait for this news to come out, and yeah, we'll find a way to jump in. If there's a big move down, we'll wait for a pullback. Same thing if it goes up. What do you guys think this is going? Is this gonna go higher or is this gonna come down? I want to see your thoughts. Yep, I think so too. Um, I think it's gonna go higher before it comes down lower. Market looking very strong today. Very strong, very strong. All right, so looking at the chart here. All right, we're looking at the chart, and ask yourself, what are you seeing? What are you seeing? We're seeing that the market is making higher highs, higher lows, meaning we're gonna push up, we're gonna push down, but this low is higher than this low, and this low is higher, and this low is higher. So every time the market is coming down, making a low, it's making a higher low, letting us know that momentum is up. Okay, momentum is up. The red candles, they indicate the sellers, right? And they indicate a potential move down. But the structure is telling us momentum is up. So if we follow the momentum, we wanna be aware of these red candles, but we want to pay more attention to the green candles. Right? We want to pay attention to them because why? Because they're the ones in control. The buyers are in control right now, pushing price higher. So that being the case, you want to be on the side of, I want to say, the person, right, who has the control in the market. Is it the bull? Is it the bear? So I want to be on the right side. I don't want to be on the losing side. I want to be on the winning side. And right now, the green is winning. Right? What's another way you can tell? Look at this huge move we made overnight. Right? Something's going on that's making the market so positive, because a gap this big isn't very common. Right? Look at this one we had the other day. It was a very small gap. But this one's freaking huge, right? So the momentum from here is a lot stronger than what it was from here, right? Just looking at previous day data, right? This is yesterday. This is yesterday's price action. So passing forward to today, we're seeing that momentum's very bullish. Market made a huge gap up, and all that we're seeing on the 5-minute chart is green candles. So I'll say, okay, maybe I want to buy this market, but I don't want to buy it at the high, right? If market's going up, I don't want to buy at the high. I want to buy it when it comes down with the potential to go up. That's when I want to buy it. Simply just knowing it's going up is not enough for me to buy it. Okay, it's going up. Yeah, I'll buy it. Okay, cool. So what happens then when I buy and the market pulls back, comes down? Now I take a huge loss because I bought at the top. Now I have to take a loss, and as soon as I close my trade, take a loss, the market tries to push back up again. So you'll start to notice the market's moving in waves, moving in waves, moving in waves. So when the wave is coming down here, this is when I would look to buy it before the next wave starts to push up. This is how you get your timing. Okay? Simply just knowing it's going up is not a strategy. I can't look at the market and be like, oh, it's coming down. All right, I'm just gonna sell, because that's not a strategy. That's just that's nothing. You know, anybody can do that. You're not gonna make money consistently. Just, okay, it's coming down, let me sell. No, it's not gonna work that way. What's gonna make you money, if you're listening, what's gonna make you money is looking at the market from both perspectives. Looking at the buyers, looking at the sellers, looking at where are the areas of interest, right? What are the things that we're marking down on our charts? Are they really important? Because I don't want to mark up 100,000 things and then, you know, I don't even know which line to sell from, because there's too many lines, or there's too many trend lines, or there's too much shit on the chart. You gotta clear it up. That's why the first thing I do when I come on the chart is I do this, and I clean up. I take off all my indicators. I take off all my lines, I clean everything up, and I start fresh. Then after I do my analysis of the market, then I come in and I put my indicators back, I put my lines back, I put everything back. Uh, 464. We could it could turn around at any of these levels. But what we want to do, so we catch the timing, right? So we catch the wave, is that we have to see structure-wise, right? Structure-wise, I want to see that the sellers are in control. So you're taking a look at the SPY. Here on the SPY, you'll notice we took out this high right here and this high right here. All right, we got 2 minutes, well, 1 minute now until the new home sales report comes out. You can see we have a lot of red up here. It's a lot of levels of resistance up above. We have a huge good gap to the downside. Buyers are currently strong. Right, those are all those are information that we have here on the chart. We can use that to analyze what we want to do in the market, whether it's buy or sell. We know the momentum is up. We saw the market make higher lows each time it pulls down, higher low, higher low. We're close to resistance to where we could turn around. We have a gap below. Those are all things you should consider when you're looking to take a trade here. So if it goes higher, do I really want to buy it all the way up here? Not really. I don't feel comfortable being all the way up here. I would be comfortable buying, buying lower. I feel better buying lower than I feel than I would feel if it just went higher and chases up. Because what's gonna happen, right? So what's the probability of the things? Like, yeah, you can get in here and then, yeah, maybe you'll make a couple bucks. But what if market's going up and you're like, all right, it's going up, and maybe you're up like 10%, and then it just, boom, it just comes down like that in like 2 seconds. And then you'll wait, see, oh, maybe it'll come back, and then it'll do this. Now you're really screwed. This is where you'll be in pain, and you'll just have to take that loss. So I'd rather wait for the move that's gonna guarantee me the best results. All right, so are you guys getting this? What's going on, man? How we doing? You're a bold man. You're a bold man. All right, all right. How we doing? How we doing? Yeah, sellers are attempting to create a lower low, but they have been failing every time. Yeah, this is probably gonna go back up. Excuse me. I'm seeing that right now. It's starting to show. It's starting to become clear that there is possibly a trend line here, a resistance line, and there's probably one here as well. And whenever you have trend lines creating a sort of a triangle figure, we call this a range, right? Market's just going sideways. It's not really going up much or down much. It's just going to the side, 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 side. So as price breaks out of this range, it should make a pretty nice move. As long as it doesn't fake, it can also pop, right? And then fake. Or it could pop up and pull back and then continue higher as well. I try to see everything from a probability basis, so the chances are this could actually go up. Did you guys see how this green candle here, right? Pretty big green candle here, and then immediately right next to it, we got this red candle. We didn't get no follow through from the buyers on here, so that's something I would look for here, right? Not this kind of follow through where it's like we got a pretty decent sized candle here, and then just a bunch of little green candles afterwards. So there's some follow through, but it's very weak. You want to kind of see the opposite here. You want to see, if anything, bigger candles as we break out, and you might even see a spike in volume down here. Okay. This is the volume indicator down here. So as you see that breakout occur, you might see volume now pick up. Okay. See, volume's been coming down. Volume's been coming down. So you might see volume pick up. That's a good sign. And then you want to see strength from the buyers here as well in the candlesticks. You want to kind of like add the two together. All right, so we got a breakout. We got a clean breakout here. All right, we saw it failed here and we saw it failed here. Now this is looking a little better than these two, right? We see volume spike. That's gonna be even better. Another thing you can do here is wait for the breakout to happen, right? You can let the breakout go, let it break out, and then wait and see if we get a pullback that you can buy into on the next leg up. So this sometimes is the better setup because, as you can see here, price will fake you, like we'll make you think it's gonna go higher and it'll turn back around, make you think it's gonna go higher and then turns back, make you think it's gonna go higher and then it could turn back as well. So what I like to do sometimes, if I don't get a clear, clean breakout, like anyone can see it, then I like to just wait for my pullback and then I'll get in on the pullback. Because we don't need the entire move, we just need just a piece of the pie. And there's that fake again, right? Fake. What what am I expecting now? If this is actually gonna go up, I need to see a green candle here, kind of closing above this red candle. This is what I want to see. I want to see a green candle close above that red candle high, right? That's the high of the candle. And again, we look at volume, right? And we have not gotten that spike. So this push up doesn't have a lot of strength. So if we do get that volume, then okay, now you can feel like, all right, this is playing out in my favor. Yeah, right, that crystal ball, man. I'm telling you. Yep. You can get one of them after you've been trading and losing money for 3 years. That's when you can get one of those crystal balls. What's up? What's up, bro? Welcome to the live, man. All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. All right, looks like we rejected this move up higher, man. I think we're gonna come down. We've been getting some pretty good follow through from the sell side, following that fake breakout. All right, that's what's up, man. It's looking like we're getting a pretty strong rejection off of that high. Like I was saying, there's a percentage the move up could work, and there's a percentage it could fail and fall. So I try to consider both, and I just react. Normally, I try to react to the one that looks more clear. So right now, this is clearly looking like it's coming down. We faked to the upside 3 times, and now it's coming down with follow through. So now you can look for your move down. It may come down, might pull back up a little bit. We'll probably take this morning low.
What the hell?
This just might go straight too. I don't know. Yeah, there's a chance that this just might fall pretty fast. Because usually when the price fakes, the majority, right? There's probably a lot of people buying here, and whenever it does a fake move to the upside and reverses, or vice versa, fake move to the downside and reverses, we usually get a nasty drop. I like to see sellers hold at least this mid session right here. It's kind of middle section of that, because if it comes back all the way up here, then it's letting me know this move isn't really that significant. So I want to see that the sellers are strong enough or the buyers are weak enough to only do a small, push up. Now, if this pushes way up here, now this is a lot more than what I want to see. Right? So maybe does a small push up, and then that could be a nice, right? We're catching the wave comes in, right? Comes up and then pushes again, right? So you want to catch the wave as it's going up. Right, so watch the first line of defense from the buyers is right here. This is the first line of defense right here, which is the pre-market lows. We have a huge gap to the downside, right? Look at this gap, how big it is, right? The gap is like a magnet. It wants to pull price in. Sometimes it doesn't feel it. Most cases it does, depending on what's going on that day, the news. But we're clearly seeing sellers here kind of dominating this rejection of the high, right? This fake move to the upside. All right, this is looking like a double bottom down here. This could be a trap as well. Yeah, market's a little out of control here, so be careful. This looked like a double bottom down here. Price could pull back and bounce here. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. This can still come down as well. But this green candle right here is pretty nasty. Be careful. Alright, if the buyers get followed through here, this is gonna push higher. This is the range, guys. This is the range. So market's gonna fake to the downside, it's gonna fake to the upside. See, we got some follow through here from the buy side. Market's looking strong, guys. That was a nice fake to the upside. They faked it to the downside, right? This is how the big boys make money. They gotta, you know, they make us lose so that they can make their money. So this is not gonna be an easy battle, that's for sure. I like to see this support here. I mean, this resistance here kind of turn support. We can see here that price pulled back to this resistance right here and used it as support. So there could be more follow through to the upside. What could happen here is the market could go up, hit this level of resistance here, Come back to support, back up to resistance, back to support, and eventually it'll break out. So that's a possibility there as well. Buyers are in control right now still. There's a lot of follow through here, so this is looking good from the buy side. You see there was a double bottom down here. And what a double bottom looks like, it's like this. And what this means is that the market is likely to reverse when you get double bottoms like this. Some of the patterns, there's several different ones, but some of the patterns that I commonly see is a double bottom. Sometimes you get a triple bottom. Right? Sometimes you'll get one that's like head and shoulders. And you can look these up on Google, man. You can look these up on Google. But there's a clear entry on these patterns as they break the neckline. So as they break here, so break here, so on and so forth. But yeah, this is something that you can also learn. It's pretty much, like I said, if you just look it up, like trading patterns on Google, you'll get like a variety of different ones. careful here with this. You have the high of the range, resistance of this range. If you want to continue to hold, you want to see a clear breakthrough. You might see a pullback and a continuation, or you might see it pull up to the line and just reject off of it. You might see that too. Market hasn't really pulled back much since this push up. We did get that support here at resistance that I called earlier. So we did get a pullback to this resistance, use it as support, which is now confirming that what was now in control of the sellers is now controlled by the buyers. And you kind of want to see here, same thing here with this line here, right? We have this resistance line coming up, and we want to see, instead of price rejecting from it, we want to see the buyers finding support where the sellers used to find resistance, for us to know, okay, this has now the potential to much higher. Because if we cannot do that, then the probability is we're probably coming back down. Yep, it's a range bound market, man. Um, this is all part of the different conditions, right? The different conditions of the market. It can either have an uptrend, it can have a downtrend, or it can have a range. And today we're getting a range bound market. You know, usually what price does, it'll stay in this range until we get a breakout, and that's usually tough to predict that the market's gonna break out before it does. But what we could see is that this move was very strong, right? This move up, right? Even on the 1 minute chart, you can see that this move was very strong. Something I often like to do is, whenever I see a range bound market, I like to already assume that there's not going to be a breakout. I like to assume that there's not going to be a breakout. Right, this is what I like to assume. Now, if we get a breakout out of this range, I'll be looking for the pullback to buy into. Right? But this means you have to let go of the opportunity, right? Of the potential that the market's gonna make you think, hey, if you jump in as market's ripping up, if you jump in on a buy, you might make some money, right? The market's gonna make you think, you know, to just get in. Why even wait for the pullback, right? Like, why wait for it? Just jump in, just jump in. And the market's gonna bait you. And if you take that bait, you already know what's gonna happen, right? This thing could just completely reverse and leave you all the way at the high. And now you bought at the highest price possible, and now you're just taking a massive loss. So what I like to do in a range bound market, just like we have today, it's a lot different than what we've been getting lately. But I like to wait. If I'm gonna trade to the upside above here, I'm gonna wait for the pullback, right? Unless you caught longs at this pullback here, or you caught longs here as we were going up, then you will be taking your profit here where there's resistance, right? This is here, this line is here because it's resistance, is controlled by the sellers. This line is down here because it's controlled by the buyers. The buyers are, price comes down here and it turns back around, goes up. That being the case, right, we also have previous levels of resistance here where it turns support. And this is now controlled. It was controlled by the sellers, now it's controlled by the buyers. So what this could do right now is this could push up, and we could hit this trend line here, or we could hit this area of resistance here, and then start turning back around, going down. Or we could shoot up. Way past this resistance and use it as support and move higher. So to get a good grasp of where price is going, you got to consider the trend, right? We have an uptrend because on the hourly we see that the market is going up on the 1 hourly time frame. We are above the EMAs, right? Meaning, okay, we have an uptrend. We have the EMAs in our favor as well, letting us know, yeah, we are in an uptrend. And then you have to just put all the information together, try to make sense of it, right? The only reason why I know like this is what the market could do is because the market can only either go up or go down, right? And if you know market structure, then you can kind of tell very often you can kind of tell or get a good idea where it wants to pull back to. Right here we see that we broke above the 15-minute range. There's a fair value gap right here on the buy side on the 5-minute chart. 1 minute. It's just I have the 1 minute here on the NQ. What can we tell? We have a fair value gap right here on the buy side. And price, what's it showing? Well, it says brought price down into it, and now you can see buyers immediately push price up here. So there's buyers entering here at this fair value gap. So this might get another leg up. So another thing you can do here is you can also just sit on your hands, not take a trade. You can sit cash, you know, not taking a trade when the market isn't trending or isn't in a clear direction. It's also part of your plan. If your plan is to just trade whatever condition the market is in, whether it's good or bad, then you're gonna have a hard time trying to make a living off of this. So your ability to judge the market and accept the condition, right? If it's not in a very good condition to trade in, then it is not. You come back later in the afternoon or come back tomorrow, and you know you have a different condition. It's just like having a rainy day. You know, it might be raining for an hour, and then you come back later. Now the sun's out. Kind of like Florida, man. It'll rain for like 5 minutes, rain for 30 minutes, and then you get the sun out. Now that's kind of what we're getting here. We was having a rainy morning, and now it's starting to look clear that the move is wanting to go out. Yeah, Ness. It sucks, but losses are just part of the part of this business. So you know, it is what it is. You take a loss and uh, don't neglect it. Just try to learn from it and just keep it moving. You know, there'll be more trades. If not right now, maybe in an hour or two, maybe in the afternoon, we'll get another opportunity for sure. All right, if we see buyers here, strong buying, then I think this could be a strong move higher, because for one, we had the strong move up. We pulled back from this end of the range here, and if you use the fib level, I don't know if any of you guys use Fibonacci retracement. I like to use it sometimes, and this right here is kind of like the golden sun, the golden or the discounted zone. So I like to use it. I like to use it whenever I see a strong move in one direction. In this case, we saw a strong move going up here. So I'll mark it from the very low of this move to the very high of that move, and then it gives me a location on the chart where we might see buyers stepping in strong. Now, if it comes here and we don't get a reaction from the buyers, then yeah, we're gonna come down here to this demand zone. All right, I'm hoping to see some buying here. If we get a strong buying power, And this might be another leg up. This might be another push up back to this trend line up here. Or it will at very least get to this resistance here. If we have the strength to get higher, it could go here. And then could also have the potential to go up here. Like to see a nasty green candle here closing above this purple EMA. Kind of let me know buyers are still here. Right, I'm starting to see what I'm ready for what I want to see before it shows up. That's how I stay ready. I go, I'm jumping ahead of time, hoping to see something that's not there yet. Because once it shows up, then I can get in at the proper time. If it doesn't show here, then I'll probably look for buys down here at the zone, right, to go back up. Market's going crazy here. Looks like we got a pretty strong reaction to this demand zone here. Not that I know of. I haven't seen anything yet. This more has to do with the condition of the market. As you can see here, we're in a range. We had a pretty choppy morning to start. We're close to levels of resistance. Prices way above this gap here. So we're getting a lot of pull in both directions. A lot of buyers, a lot of sellers. That's why we're getting this choppy price action. It'll all clear up once we're out of this range, but for now we're in this range, so we might just bounce around here from one end to the other end until eventually breaks out. So right now you should be asking yourself, what do I need to see for me to know if price is coming down? What do I need to see if price is going to go up? What do you need to see to be convinced that it is okay for you to get on a trade? Yeah, I tried some shorts earlier here at this pullback. When it pulled back here, I tried some shorts. I was in profits for a little bit, but then I got out on this big green candle. I got out. It just didn't work. So you know, I try not to hold it too long. Now we're getting the strong move up here. Would like to see a strong close above the 21 trend line. We got a bit of a trend line coming down here that we should be watching out for. If we go long here, this is the problem. If I go long, this is my problem, right? Making sure that that buyers get through this. Because what's the chart showing me? The chart showing me that every time, right, we touch this trend line, price goes down. So if I buy at any point below this line, then my problem is we need to get through it. Same thing with here. Price keeps bouncing off of this zone down here. It keeps finding support. Right here, we got to move up. Here, we get another move up. Right here, we got another move up. Right here, we get another move up. So if I'm selling this market, this is my problem. Here's my problem. And if I'm buying this market right now, this line, this resistance here is my problem. So that's what I'm looking for. I can take a buy here, but we can see, I want to see follow through going up higher. Yeah, it looks like this is gonna be a tough day to trade on today because of this range here. This range is kind of, you know, it's not giving us a very strong long-lasting trend. It's more giving us like very small consistent moves. Small move up here, small move down, strong move up, strong move down. So the moves are very short. It's not trending and continuing to one side or the other. So you might want to rethink, hey, maybe today might be a chill day, just take it easy. It's 11 o'clock already and we're still here waiting for a good shot. Is this worth trading for you? Is this worth investing your hard-earned money into? That's also something we should consider, trading into what's now 11:10. So I might give this another like 5 or 10 minutes, and if anything, I'll call it a day. Because there'll be better conditions later, maybe tomorrow, maybe if not the next day, but there's no need to force trades when the market condition isn't, you know, in your favor. Still here waiting for the breakout, for breakout of this trend line here. Hoping we get this soon because I'm looking to get off the charts. It's just a choppy day, very slow, very choppy. But it'd be nice if we get a clean break on this resistance here. We could potentially go back up to this resistance. If not, then it's kind of obvious. If we don't go up there, then we're going down here. Going down here. Looks like we're going down. Looks like SPY is breaking through this support zone right here, the S&P. So it's very likely that the Nasdaq will follow and also push lower here. We're seeing some rejection here at the lows. It's no bueno. We have this bearish fair value gap here that we might pull back into and then probably continue lower from. Whoa, big sell-off, guys. Big sell-off. What's going on? Yeah. It looks like we're trying to fill that gap from this morning. So if you're on sells, you should be way the up right now. Who's up on those sells, man? Who's up on those sells? All right, we're starting to fill some of the gap from this morning. I want to continue to see lower highs and lower lows here. It's fine if we pull back, as long as we pull back to a lower high. So this is a high here. I like to see a lower high as we go down. We're reacting to this demand zone here. We're getting a bit of a bounce. Did anybody catch that? Looking to see if we get a break below this trend line here. And break out of this range would be nice. And it should be a smooth sailing down here to these previous lows, overnight lows here at the bottom. Looks like we have potential to go lower. If you want to get in on shorts, I would say try to look for a pullback, so that way you can get a good entry. Other than that, we'll just wait and see what's going on, where the market wants to go, what it wants to do, and try to catch maybe a previous area of support that we can go back up to, use as resistance. Looks like this support here, right here, was used as resistance here. This could have been an entry here. Let's go, let's go. Market's coming down, man. It took a minute for it to move, but it's going. Sure, here we go. See, hopefully we get another push here. Patience is key here, guys. If you don't see a setup, you don't have to jump in. Wait for the setup to come to you. she's going. She keeps on going. I will hold this until I start to see weakness from the sellers. If they maintain price underneath the 90 MA, you can continue to hold. If they cross the 21, be aware that you're gonna need them to bounce off the 21. See, that's it. She's going. She's going. It's looking like a head and shoulder here on the Qs on the 1 minute chart. So I would be careful if you're on shorts right here. This is looking like a head and shoulder. Right? It could bounce off of here. Could bounce. Could bounce off that neckline here if we push up higher. If we stay below the 21, you should be good. All right, now I will be expecting price to maybe reject of any of these levels up here, these areas of support, potentially turn into areas of resistance. And that reversal down here, careful. We got this, I'd like to see price pull up to this fair value gap because it lines up with previous area of demand. This was previously an area of demand back here at 1020. We pulled back to it, pushed up, reacted to that area of demand here, and then we came down, broke through it, and left us a bearish fair value gap here. I could be looking for shorts if we pull back up there. I'll be looking to take some shorts maybe there. Definitely want to see a lower high because the market, right? We have a higher high here as we were going up, and I'd like to see another lower high. So we come down, kind of pull back, create a lower high. Ese otra señal. I see NQ here rejecting of the VWAP. Pretty strong rejection of the VWAP here. Might get another push lower here to 18,800s. We get some continuation here to the downside. I tried another short up here. Once I saw that we didn't hold above this channel line. I mean this previous support, right? Support here, and we broke through it and then immediately rejected. So I entered there, looking for a small move down, probably to this area down here on the Qs, down here, somewhere down here. Maybe 454. Whoa, why the sell-off? Why the sell-off, guys? I took profit there on those lows. It's 11:49, man. I'm about to call it. I'm about to call it a day. Sheesh, man. Market is crazy today. It was a slow morning, but it's taking off now, finally. It took a long time, but it's going. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna call it there. We cut some of this move down here. We noticed that this move up did not hold out on the pullback, so it's only obvious if it didn't hold up, it's gonna come down. So we switched our bias from looking to buy here at this moment on the NQ. We were expecting for a move up, and then we saw weakness from the seller. And then right here we got kind of like a confirmation that this wants to come down. And from there, ya tu sabes, we just got a move down here and then scalped another little bit here on that pullback. We're now at previous areas of support. We might get another pullback here, or this could possibly continue to sell off. Just play it safe, man, and don't go crazy today. Today's it's a tough day to trade, and ya tu sabes, man, take it easy. I hope it went well for everybody, and we'll come back. I don't know if I'll be back tomorrow because I'm gonna take a flight to Charlotte, so I might not be on the stream tomorrow. But worst comes to worst, I see you guys on Friday, man. You guys have a good rest of your day, and I hope you learned something valuable today. Let's just keep going, keep learning, and trying to put our best foot forward. That's all we could do. And that's it, man. Have a great rest of your day. Let's get it.